Welcome back to Project Ozone 3. Today, it's time to head to the Erebus. If this is the Erebus, I can never remember where my portals are. Yes, it is the Erebus, good. And our seed, and just to remind you, here's the seed, is right next to a volcanic desert. And the really good advantage of that is you're right next to what looks in the top of the screen, the Umber Golem Idol Guardian, which is harder to say than you might think. However, what we also have here, aside from lava spiders, which is a bad idea in total, is a pyramid, and it's underground, or sometimes not. You know, it depends how high you are in the world. In our case, yeah, we're at Y35, but it's still underground. So if we just go down here, if you dig downwards, you will eventually get to the pyramid once you get this Umber Golem item Guardian on screen. If you can. Paul McCartney was slain by wasp. Okay. If you can fly around till you see two of them, because then you know you're halfway between the corners of what's below us. I'll show you in a second. Here we go. Let's pop downstairs and you'll get to this kind of pink block. Okay, so you want to find an edge, go to the corner, and then just excavate using our nice atomic disassembler. It's really fast. Yep, really fast. And just excavate until you find all four corners. This is going to be the start of what we need to do for this boss. Now, this isn't technically the way to actually do this. What you should be doing, if you want to do it the way that it's intended, is head towards the middle. If you head towards the middle... Oh, that's a chameleon tick. 1 second. There we go. Head towards the middle and you'll find the pyramid. Now, the pyramid I'm going to avoid. But up there at the top is a block with 4 holes in it for, I think it's the 4 items from each of the Guardians. So in order to open that, you can, just around here, you'll see there's entrances at the bottom of the pyramid to this maze. I'm not going to do that. I don't like the maze. And if you like the maze, feel free. There are spawners you can find everywhere, so if you want broken spawners to be able to make powered spawners, it's a nice place to go to. However, in our case, we're not going to do that. Pop down to the corner, the very bottom corner, and you'll find, all the way down here, ooh, Guardian. Okay, so we should get an item, a gold scarab in this case. Now, when you first get here, this will not be open like this. These blocks will be here. When you get rid of those blocks, have another block available, something just generic and sort of boring like limestone. And when you knock the block out, what you'll find is it'll change to lava, like that. Replace it, knock that out, and you get access. Now this is the corner room of a maze. And the bottom, all the Guardians are in the corners. So all you need to do is just go run around to the corners and go and collect gold scarabs. In my case, I've got a couple of things. One is you want the magnetization ring. You don't want that actually going into the room instead of into your inventory, so make sure you have some kind of magnet. Also in my case, I got a dank null. This is like a dev null, if you've heard of that. Both blocks basically let you absorb anything you're actually mining through. In the case of a dank null, though, you have the ability to add multiple blocks, and then it stores a couple of stacks, and then starts voiding the rest. So if you want to have a couple of stacks of something, and you have basically an extension of 9 slots, and it will hold up to 128 per slot. Now, is there a version that has more? Yeah, so you can craft versions Mark 3, Mark 4, etc. If you're all the way up to the creative dank null, you know, infinite amounts per slot. But the 2 billion one is just fine. And each one allows you to upgrade from a previous one. This one is just happens to be a block of emerald. So I could have just gone straight to the emerald one in my case, but I crafted the lowest one just to show you that, you know, if you have a look at how cheap they are. It's a block of coal versus a block of emerald, but we've got emerald for days. So that should be easy. All right, so let's just pop down and let's kill these bosses. They're going to be very, very quick and easy because I've just dug this out of the way. And I just want to make sure, yep, there's the boss. So if we just do this, you should pop down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. There's the Jade Scarab, I think it is. Yep, Jade Scarab. And we'll pop into the next one. Now, I remember when you open the pyramid block at the top, you need a few different pieces, or, well, a few different bits and pieces. Because I've got access to my E32 system, I'm not going to worry about going finding out what they are first, but if I remember rightly, it's something like string for one of them, and there's another something else we need to craft as well, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Hopefully we should have everything. Oh, here comes our guardian. Hi. They may... Well, come on. Let me hit you. There you go. There we go. Is that another scarab? Yes, it is. And we just go to our last one now. Where's my exit from this? Up we go, and across. Yes, what I was going to say. Yeah, we don't want to let them melee you. So staying near those corners is very, very advised. And the items you need for the middle are... I'm almost sure there's like magma cream's one of them, I think, and then string is another, or maybe cobweb, something along those kind of lines. Anyway, not very uncommon stuff, just stuff that we are going to need to actually pull from our system. Ooh, that died quickly, but I did get the scarab, so okay, job's done. And we head across to the center. So let's grab a snack, and I'll meet you over there. And here we are, hanging out on the side of the pyramid, and I should just use the triple jump thing that we get from our armor. And here we are on the very top. You'll see there are holes for each of the capstones. What I would make sure of before you actually go through this is that you have the items, because if you get a certain way down, you don't have them. Remember, there means some way of you basically wasting the pyramid or not being able to get through it. It's been a while, but we'll get there. So one, jade, and white and gold. So in you go, and there are a few traps in here as well. I think it's the next one down though. And then we have to basically put stuff in here, jade in this case, and there is a teleporter. Okay, so this is going to be a tutorial one, so it will let us just do this without having to go and get stuff. And there's a teleporter to go down. Okay. Now that, I happen to know, is one of the drops from various mobs that you get in the maze. So if you choose to skip the maze, what you may want to do is hang out on top and just kill a few of the different mobs. It's like a... ooh, I can't remember. It's like a chitin sort of thing, if that's the way to pronounce it anyway. Can I actually remember what it's called? No. Let me just look at the Erebus mod. Yep. Exoskeleton plate. Yeah, so it's like the outside of an insect, basically. So we need 8 of those. There we go. Yeah, 8. Okay, and you can see there's another areas around here, and we're going to basically be moving around this level before it drops it down into the area below us, which is the main boss area. Now the boss area is an antlion, if I remember rightly, and I have got an imprisonment tool just in case it lets us do that. We'll see, I guess. But let's teleport forwards. Okay, so this is the magma cream. So again, magma. Magma cream. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Onwards we go. Magma crawler eye. Now, ooh, have I got those? Magma crawler eye. No. I did pick up broken spawners, but again, they're from a maze. So I hope I haven't wasted this. Hope I can actually go straight back up. So if we get them from the maze, then we hopefully should be able to come back. Let's go and have a look. Okay, so that's back 1, back 2, back 3, and we should be able to get out with the help of our rending gale, because it's not good otherwise. And I need to go get some magma crawlers. Now, in my case, I've got a sword that has like looting 20 on it, so that should not be terribly hard to actually find. However, in your case, it may vary. You can see on the map at the very top right of the screen just how big that maze is, and it's available once you get to near the pyramid level. So, 1 second, let me see if I can actually... Ooh, actually, is that a magma crawler? Oh, that's an antlion spawner. Oh, hi! The boss is a big version of those. Let's go and see if we can find any magma crawlers. These are traps, by the way, if I remember rightly. Really? No magma crawlers? Yeah, dead end. Okay. They're normally on the ceiling, if I remember rightly. So I just want to find one or two of them and we'll see where we go from there. And sometimes you don't want to run around collecting the stuff. So instead, grab one of them with our duplicator and let's come back and just pick up some magma crawler eyes. Cool. And then I need to go make another mob imprisonment tool. Yep, and that's more plastic and gas here. And we'll see if the boss is vulnerable to it. It's probably not going to be, but you know, you got to try something. And we'll see how we go, because we're going to need not just one soul crystal, we're going to need quite a few. And I'd rather not have to run around, you know, 10 times or so to actually do that, but we'll see how it gets on. So if we can pop back over to our world, we should be able to get to the pyramid. Well, when I say pyramid, get to near the pyramid. It's normally underneath that kind of lava area, and we're not going to worry about that. Let's just head over here. Well, I've got sulfur. Don't need sulfur. Or indeed, anything else that keeps dropping from stuff I have to kill. No, not loot bag either. Not interested. We'll go straight for the boss now. There we go, and in through the top. Let's pop straight down. Okay, and down again. Alright, here we go. So here there are the magma crawler eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, was that the last item? Are they all open now? That one is... Ow. Ow. Don't do that. That's not open, I don't think. Let's go through. Yeah. And is this brick string? Temple brick string. This is just string. Okay, let's just try it. That's what I thought it was, but just in case it isn't. And I can hear something squeaking. Only problem with the Erebus, it's very noisy. Yeah, there it is. It's just string. Oh, and there we go. It's open to the boss. So it gives us night vision, which we're not going to need. Fire resistance, which we probably should drink. It is only 3 minutes, but we shouldn't need that long. And the Antlion Overlord, well, the portal's up, and also the boss is up itself. So let's first of all eat some food. Put away anything that we'd rather not be distracted with. Yeah, the dank null can go away. The night vision can go away. This is going to be a noisy encounter, just to warn you. Maybe a bit too late for the warning, but yeah. Let's just see how this goes. So, fire resistance it is. And let's pop down and see whether this is capturable. Hi. Yeah. Fire resistance. Are you going to let me capture you? Let me just hit you with something. There you go. Can we grab you? Nope. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to have to find another way around. Let's just hit this thing a few times. And there is our action quest complete, I should say, of the Antlion Overlord. This should let us spawn stuff. Well, it should have a soul crystal. Soul crystal. Cool. And also an Antlion egg. Is this the same rules as the... No, it's not the same rules as the Ender Dragon. There we go. So, Soul Crystal, well, you're going to need more of those, but it is one of the major components for well, two things. First of all, the Epilatory Sword. So, I have shown you this before in... Whoops, helps if I press the right thing. Quests, rewards, Epilatory 4 needs a Soul Crystal. Now, I've got one. And the other thing is the Gaia Spirit Ingot. I'm not going to use the Soul Crystal for this because there's a more useful thing that we can actually use it for. Wand of, and some of you know what's coming here, animation. Is it available? Wand of animation, right-click blocks to animate them. And you might think, hey, what's the point of that? I guess they'll just bounce around and that's it, right? Nah. Well, the thing is, if you have a wand of animation, when they turn into something that bounces around, they're a mob. And if they're a mob, we can capture them. And if we can capture them, we can duplicate them. And if we can duplicate them, you've suddenly got a way to duplicate any block in the game. Now, you might think, well, why would you want to do that? Well, low-level mobs like... low-level blocks like stone and anything else is trivial. You don't need to do that. But if you have something like, say, I don't know, the infinity block. The infinity block made up of 9 infinity ingots. And each infinity ingot is made up of neutronium, the ultimate ingot, infinity catalysts. Those are made of crystal matrices, or matrices, I should say. Endis pearls, ultimate stew, ultimate singularity. You can imagine just how expensive it is to make this. Well, any block that is expensive in any way, and that might include those steel casings, by the way. You remember we made the grey plastic last episode? Well, yeah, in that grey plastic, it needs to be made from crude oil, and if you just want to duplicate it, the only thing that actually creates is steel casings. So if you wanted to just have many, many steel casings and not worry about plastic anymore, once you've created one, you can animate it and put it into a farm of some kind. Draconic Evolution or something along those kind of lines. The only restriction you're going to have, in fact, no, you can't use it Draconic Evolution, I don't think. The only restriction is that you must use the thing from IF, the Industrial Foregoing, the spawn exact copy, because when this becomes a mob, it's basically the same mob for everything, same NPC for everything, and the type, the whether it's infinity block, whether it's stone, is set on that copy information. I'm not sure if it's MBT or metadata, but it's on that. So you need an exact copy to actually do this. However, before we get to all that, we need to craft the thing in the first place. And it's not cheap to craft. And it's a bit, well, yeah. Okay, so we need to make Mirian, which is plus tick ingot type. I'll come back to it because we do need to go into Botania to get to it. So there's Botania needed for a lot of things. One is for that epilatory sword. The other thing is, of course, for this Mirian ingot. So to get into those things, we will need to get to Botania, which is probably going to be the rest of the episode, just starting us off in Botania. We also need steel plate, which is trivial. And that will get us the wand of animation. But we need to be able to craft the elite crafting table to make this, which comes from the advanced crafting table, which comes from the basic one, which is made from, basic stuff. And all of these come with these elite catalysts. Elite catalysts all come from elite components. Elite components are black iron slate and luminescence and diamonds. Diamonds are trivial. Luminescence is also trivial. We can get all of those, including seeds if we need to. For gunpowder, I think there's gunpowder seeds. Black iron slate is black iron ingot, and black iron ingot, eventually, if that has a block form, it does have a block form. If we craft this thing, you'll be able to go make more black iron ingots quite cheaply because you can animate a block of black iron. However, we won't have that to start, so we have to craft it via ender crafting, which is ender biotite. We've already made seeds for that. It's jade. I'm not sure if we made seeds for that, and iron. So that should be, again, trivial. Ender crafter is ender ingots and eye of ender, and we need to put these ender alternators around it, if I remember rightly, or something like that. This is a new version of what... I know it's extended crafting. I was expecting this to be the extra utilities thing. Yeah, I can never remember the name of it. But yeah, it's actually similar. In any case, we're back up at the top. We've done everything we need to with the Erebus boss. And I should stop walking into it. It'd be nice if that boss respawns. But if it not, feel free to make suggestions in the comments down below on what we should do otherwise with it. We have Quake Hammer, which is just a weapon that the Antlion uses that just creates that ring around it. Not too important. And we can just head back home. Alright then, so to get started in Botania, we're going to need to do something different than you might normally do. I don't think I've seen too many Botania flowers, maybe over in Landia or something. But in the quest, it's going to ask us to start with mystical fertilizer, or rather floral fertilizer. And that will let us, mystical flowers won't spawn naturally. Fair enough. And in fact, I probably want to just create, temporary, some kind of grass block area. Yeah, because I've got a Silk Touch pick, that's actually been fairly straightforward. So I'll just put these down, and let's just lay this out. Simply, that is, just by grabbing our Unbreakable Wand. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One over, doesn't matter. Okay, so to create floral fertilizer, we're going to need to get some bright crystals from Lordcraft, which is why we had to do Lordcraft first. And I've got 44 of these. in my inventory, and then some, I think ink sacs will do. If we just grab this like this, yes it will. So let's just convert over an entire stack, floral fertilizer, and we'll leave the rest in the system and see how it goes. There we go. Quest complete, and we should be able to right click on this and then start to get basically flowers from Botania. Cool. And you can break them, of course, gather them up, and everything will work. Later on, you can use something like the Horn of the Wild to break them all at once, and they'll all go into your inventory. So you may think about a dank null, but then you're going to need, if you use one, will it store, that contains lots of slots. So yeah, we could just craft one of those, and it will start storing them in your inventory if you want them. I'm not going to worry too much about that, but I will have them in my inventory to start off with. And the magnet will take care of that. We are going to want some white flowers because we're going to want pure daisies, certainly. So that is a very good thing to have first. And why is... Oh, I forgot to put torches down. Torches down are a very, very good idea. And we can just do it with our blood lamp. One there. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay, so let's just break you. And hopefully we've got enough for us to keep going. Yeah, I don't need the cobwebs, nor the string, spider eyes, everything else is just fine by me. I think we've got most of the colours there already. We can always come back with more floral fertilizer if we need it. Okay, so what do we have next? Probably they're going to be the petal that's hard to say. Apothecary, pure flowers, petal apothecary, pure daisy. Okay. And let's get started with that. The petal apothecary is normally pretty simple to make, but I think you're going to need just a few flowers to start off with, maybe. Let's have a look what the recipe's like. Petal apothecary. And, verdant crystals. And mystical flower cluster. That recipe is not the normal one. Or any 4 will make one of those. Good. I didn't look which ones it took. And verdant crystals. I think we've already got a couple left in here. Oops, wrong thing. Oh, no. Oh, no. Verdant's going to be like an entirely different... Okay, so we need dense and bright. Well, that's not too bad. We've got some in here. So a couple of bright, a couple of dense, and we're going to need mystical flower. Like it says 4 verdant, and we need to then craft another mystical flower thing. I don't want to use up the white ones. No, go away. We'll use one of those. Okay. And that will get us the petal apothecary. If I just craft it in the right place. Petal. There are multiple different versions, actually. But it's just dyeing the original one. So that's not a problem. Petal apothecary, that should give us that quest. Well, it won't actually. We need to craft the pure daisy first, which I think is just it's going to be 2 white, 4 white in a petal apothecary. So petal apothecary is the crafting, or the first crafting. I'm sure you all know this, but is the first crafting sort of area for Botania. So let's just put it down. Let's say here for now. Maybe not there. No, I actually do want it in the ground. That's fine. I've got a magnet, so that's not a problem. There we go. And to go into that, we want to put water into it. And consistently later, we'll want to put water into it. But because we've just got the infinite water item, like the Empress Chalice, I'm not going to worry about it. I can always put it in. You're also going to need seeds. Yeah, just a stack of seeds will do. And then we're also going to want these mystical white petals. Let's just get this quest done. So let's pop in the water, 4 seeds. Shows you on the screen what it'll make. And to complete it, drop in a seed. Done. Pure daisy. Pure daisies are used to convert stone and wood into the Botania versions, and we can also automate those if we wanted to. That might be something to follow up with in another episode. To start with, however, we do need the stone and the wood. So let's just get some of you and wood. Yeah, any wood will do. We're going to convert it over to living stone and living rock. That's the same thing. Living rock and living wood, I should say. Okay. Put these wherever you like. I'll just put them here for now and then rearrange them next episode. We're going to need... we're going to need earth in the middle. I don't think it'll plant on anything but earth. So let's just put that down. And put the floor back in. This floor needs to be changed to the white concrete. Put in our stone around it. And then pop down our pure daisy. Okay. Of course, you see lots of particle effects, and in about a minute less, it's going to change from regular rock into living rock. And then next to it, you can then put another pure daisy once you've got enough, enough petals of the white kind, and you can just knock one of those through, grab some dirt, which I've got lots of, and put another one down. Later on, we'll be able to use something like block places, block breakers, and or more advanced stuff to break these when they've changed, and then replace it with a new set. That lets you basically automate the whole thing. But for now, these will do just fine to get us started. And then to get us started from that, we're going to need, let's just claim the rack. And then we're going to head off into various different areas. So, yep, burnable to mana. So that is the Ender Flame, I think. Yep, Ender Flame. Easy first starting source of mana. Mana is basically the resource you get in Botania. And we're going to store it in mana pools. So we need living rock, first of all. Actually needs one living rock, but since we've already got 8, we should be doing just fine. And we can just grab you and pop you down here. That's going to convert this over. All right. So Jaded Amaranthus, Orchid. Orchid is more for generating random ores. I'm not too concerned about that other than the quest. Living Wood is the next thing up. And then we're into mana pools and the usual kind of stuff for generation. I'm probably going to leave all that until the next episode, other than to say, to get started, it's easiest to go with Ender Flames. They're sort of not great for money generation, but if we have... Do we have any Black Lotuses? We have 3. Yeah, I think they once you get a little bit of mana in a mana pool, you can drop Black Lotuses in, although maybe the enchanted version, the one that glows, and you can use that to generate a lot of mana quite quickly. This version is not the best version, the one that isn't glowing, that is, but I'm just wondering if it's in the mob farm. Yes, it is. So if we just grab there, you'll see there's a full stack of Black Lotuses, and we can use those, hopefully, to get some mana, if they do work, as I expect. But last time I saw them, they were glowing, so there may be 2 different variants of the Black Lotus. Let's just let's just type it in, Black Lotus. Yeah, there we go. There's the other version. Blacker Lotus, I should say. And it only comes out of loot bags and only comes out of the legendary loot bag tier. Until now, I have really just been using the loot bag thing to go for not the loot bag thing there. This one, it's actually out because yeah, I've used it all up. Fine. But when we get loot bags, I've not been using just the common tier. And we need to do something else if we want to go a little bit further towards Battle Lotus. So that's another way of, here's our living wood. There we go. Another quest, please. More rewards. Rewards. There we go. Cool. And thankfully, the Botania tab isn't all that large. The thing we need in here, however, is down at the bottom, the Elementium. That's needed. That requires the Elven portal. And that's needed for that wand of animation. So if we just look at the wand of animation, if you're following along, you're going to need the Mirian, and that in turn is going to need us to go and alloy it. Now that needs molten glass, easy. Molten cobalt, easy. Molten elementium, okay, so that is Botania, but it comes from basically melting up elementium stuff in, it comes from plastic, but it comes via Botania. And then mana steel, which is trivial once you get enough mana. You just drop some iron into a mana pool. And Terra steel, which is not trivial. Not trivial because it needs a lot of mana. The ingredients are trivial for us to get at this point. It's like a diamond, and I want to say an ender pearl, a mana diamond, a mana pearl, and something else. I think a mana steel as well. And that will get you Terra steel. But we're going to want to get to that to be really quite fast, or we're able to... Maybe, is the Terra steel seeds? Terra steel... There is Terra steel seeds. So we're going to need to make 4 of them, and we got basically as many as we want. Good. Is there elementium seeds? There is. So we need 4 of those as well. And then mana steel as well, of course. But we don't need to worry about mana steel. It's just iron. So we've got a good base to get started with, heading towards a 1 of animation. We've got the Erebus boss down. We've got Botania started, although, of course, next episode probably going to be more dedicated towards Botania. I appreciate you may have seen it before if it is Botania, but we are going to be going a little bit further than I normally do. I do like the idea of creating quite a very, very strong mana generation setup. And there's a few other flowers that you can do to actually do that aren't that that starting one that I just mentioned. The, what was it called? I don't remember the name of these. Endoflame. Yeah. There are various other flowers like the Cakemurus, which you actually need to feed cake. I know that sounds weird, but it does actually work. And various other ones that we can automate. But we'll get to that in the next episode. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. A bit of a boss crafting escapee kind of episode. And we'll get back to sort of setups and more complicated setups next episode. Again, we don't have Thorncraft in this pack, so if there is another block that people know of that will fill this thing, I've got a feeling there's like one of the infinite water sources will just push straight into this Battle Park Theory. And yeah, there are ways to make this a little bit more automated, but not. It's intended to be manual anyway, for the most part. We'll get to it. Feel free to give us a thumbs up if you liked the episode. Feel free to subscribe, share, click on the bell if you want notifications for further ones. And more importantly than all of that, of course, put things in the comments for your fellow players. Lots of good tips over the last few episodes, and feel free to review them. As always, guys, thanks for watching.